Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's edition of Let's Talk Autism. And let me get myself to the main page. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And I'm Linda. I'm the other admin. Hi.
I'm going to share to the other groups. If you are very new to our Let's Talk Autism sessions, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. What this is all about is open discussion. We talk anything autism. Most of us are parents here. So, and if you can help anyone out in the chat, feel free. Linda and I are parents just like most of you. And it's all about us supporting and learning from each other. Okay, here we go. Couldn't see what I was doing. Hey, Mr.
Lizzie.
Charles.
Hey, Charles and Lizzie.
Lizzie. Yeah, excuse me. It's got to be an easier way. So how's everybody doing this evening?
And how was everybody's weekend? Oh, hey, Kate.
Okay, let's get over here too. It's Lizzie, aka Kate. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Under your middle name. Okay. Good. Mr. Charles, how are you doing this evening? I didn't. Yeah, that's what I forgot to put my little banner out there earlier. So, is everybody ready for the new school year? It'll be here quick. Do you guys go back in July or August, Linda?
We go back usually mid-August.
Mid-August, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Our kids go back after the holiday.
Oh, after Labor Day, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Karen.
Hi, Victoria. Hello. And Karen.
St. John's. Okay. Newfoundland and Labrador. All right. Cindy and I are doing fine. We enjoyed our virtual summer convention program. Then we went out to dinner for the first time since March. For all awesome. We had a virtual family reunion yesterday, which was really nice. The program, it was planned perfect. It really went well. The family,
you put a lot of work into it too.
Yeah, we put it out there. I got the the birthdays, and we put the little posters, reminders out My cousin Sonia, she brought us all together, so that was awesome. And the rest of the committee put a lot into it. It was planned perfect.
Nice. Nice. I'm
Planned
glad.
perfect.
It was a long time planning and a
Yeah.
lot of work. I'm glad. Yeah,
Mhm.
it came out really well.
So next year will be our in person since the pandemic.
Hmm. Yeah.
Everything's opening up. Thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully everything stays opened up though.
Hi, Stacy. How are
Hi,
you?
Stacy.
Once again, if you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism sessions, we do this every Sunday, except for holidays. But we are here every Sunday at the same time. And what it's all about is open discussion. Anything autism goes. So, almost anything. Let me clarify that. Almost anything autism goes. But anyone is welcome to start the conversation. Ask any questions you have. It's all about us learning from each other and supporting one another. And I'm babysitting right now because my daughter, she's taking her brother to my parents' house.
You guys made an exchange.
Yeah, basically.
Mhm.
Take him, I'll keep him. This baby is my daughter's. My son and my daughter both have little babies. This is Kari. Kari is almost 7 months old. Charles, I don't know where you get your energy. Just love it, and everyone. Yes, Mr. Charles is so beautiful. Isn't he a wonderful person? I haven't been here in a while. It's a pleasure being a part of this. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, Stacey.
Nice to have you. See you
Yes.
again.
Yep. Hi,
How was
Laura.
everybody's weather this weekend? Hi, Lori.
We had rain today. It was humid. We had rain the day before. It was really, really humid. Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness.
But we had rain all day today, and we're supposed to have some more rain tomorrow. When
Oh my goodness.
dreary days all weekend. Yep. Who is that?
Mm.
Rain all weekend.
Oh, that is Melissa Russell. Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa. I'm asking because on the main page I can only see user. And everybody has rain.
Except for us.
Oh,
Yeah, we need
still
the rain though.
lots of
Yeah,
sunshine. Huh?
yeah. I heard this fire season is supposed to be worse than last year because we had less rain this past season.
Okay,
So we'll
really?
see. Yeah, so things are even drier than they were last year.
Well, hopefully you guys don't. Was that last year when the
Yeah, every year, I think
every
since
year?
2017, every year has gotten worse. They say, yeah, this year is supposed to be worse. It started up earlier this year. Like we've already
Okay.
been getting alerts of the fires.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, so yesterday was hot, so we just got out early to do our exercise.
Okay. Rain, humid, but not super hot. The humidity makes it worse here. When it's humid, it's like sticky, and it could be
Mm-hmm.
like 75 degrees. But if it's humid, it's like ugh. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
I
sticky.
remember those days. Oh my goodness, because we
Mhm.
always went in the summer. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Mm-hmm.
Lori says our weather was great. No AC needed. Oh, that's awesome.
Montreal,
Montreal.
nice.
Oh, cross
And Facebook
board.
user is Melissa. She says, "Hi everybody."
Oh, okay. I'm from Trinidad, and there was a hurricane. Yeah. I was look. Well, no, I was reading about a tropical storm hitting. It may have been the same thing. May have been the hurricane.
I think, yeah, I think the tropical storm was going off of that because they still have rain in Virginia from it.
Wow. Lots of rain.
Lots of rain. Yeah.
Rain and then sunny now. Nice and hot. All right.
Oh, Victoria says same. I don't know if
Yeah.
I knew it got humid in Kansas. I think I just expected dead heat in Kansas. Um, like California heat. Lori says, "Did your kids like the big soccer game?" Italy won.
Oh, we don't watch soccer. Anyone watch soccer?
Seems like Mr. Charles would watch it.
Yeah. Mr. Charles, do you enjoy a good soccer game? You say, yay,
He wants a computer. Huh?
yay. You usually clapping. No
Yes,
clap,
Italy
clap.
won. We didn't.
No clap. No, you just see these people. Oh, there you go. Oh, there's one. Lizzie says, yes, Italy won. We did it. Awesome. I wish it was like California humidity. So yes, it does, Victoria. Yes, it does. No. When my late first wife, Judy, and I were engaged, I kept a countdown on a chalkboard in my cubicle at work. Each day I kept the number of days left times 76 on the chalkboard. Okay. What was the purpose of that, Mr. Charles? The numbers of days left times 76. Yeah, I'm interested in knowing. What did he say? Oh, he mostly just watched. I thought he was talking baseball and
Oh,
football.
okay.
Okay.
What
Hey,
teams do you follow,
Sonia.
Charles? Hey, Sonia.
Can I have my earring?
Hurricane Elsa, first
Yeah,
hurricane for the season
that's
in the
what it was.
Caribbean.
Yeah, yeah. Elsa. I remember that name. Yep.
Oh, there it is.
I check every day how many days until my wedding. Wedding countdown. Okay, okay. Yes. Lizzie will be a married woman real soon. Okay. Yeah. Wedding countdown. All right. Awesomeness. Congratulations again. 125 days. So Mr. Charles says 125 times 76 equals 9,500. Okay. I'm missing something. What am I missing?
Because he said that he multiplies it. He said each day I kept the number of days left times 76 on. Okay, I kept the number of days left times 76 on the chalkboard. So 125 days left for Kate times 76 is 9,500. I don't know when
Okay.
he did 76 though, but that was the formula.
Okay. Okay. I got it now, I think.
And Victoria said, yeah, she just remembered who she was. Lori says church was good today, so I'm feeling good.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's good. And 76 is my favorite number.
All right. So, DeAndre, you guys, we've kind of been doing what I call aggressive therapy. So he does his ABA, and then he has speech and OT. So he does. Well, now he's really doing aggressive therapy this summer to help keep him busy. So he goes to the center. It's sort of like he's in school, like a little summer school, their little summer program. So he goes to the center twice and then he does it at home twice. And then he has OT and speech. Well, his speech has improved. It's a blessing. He's talking more, and I mean, he's talking more. So now when he started talking, he would repeat things, but now it has really gotten where when he focuses, it used to be it'll go on for a while, a little while, and then he stopped. But now, like for instance, yesterday, he had a fit because he wanted to go with grandma and papa. I told him he had to come home with me, go with grandma and papa's, tomorrow. So from the time we got on 96, the freeway, to the time it was about time for him to go to bed, he just over and over again, grandma, papa, grandma, papa.
Oh.
And he would come in the room, grandma, papa, grandma, papa, grandma, papa. So I had to take a deep breath. Okay, DeAndre. Okay. And I mean, it's just gotten, I don't know, the repeating. So I'm gonna bring this up to his speech therapist. I think that would be the perfect person because everybody's been kind of rounding him off, and helping him with the speech part. But again,
yeah,
I appreciate he's using his voice, but
yeah,
it's like over.
yeah.
Once he gets stuck on one thing.
Does he know how to use a calendar?
DeAndre? Well, some
Like
things he'll
tomorrow?
know. He can go. Yeah. Well, he'll not necessarily the calendar, but we try to keep him like if he wakes up, what's today? Or, what was yesterday?
And okay, so he does know tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's tomorrow?
What
yeah, that kind of stuff. Oh, go ahead.
What we did with Emily that worked was put it on paper.
Okay.
And I gave her the paper to hold. So when she asked me, I would say, "Where's your paper?" She'd get the paper, she'd look at it, what does it say? And it would say, grandma, papa, it would be like that kind of thing, like, okay, it's right here. So like it's written down. So when she thinks it, she can look at it. That worked to slow it down. It didn't work 100%, but it did slow it down. I would say maybe at least 85%. Yeah.
I'm going to have to
because
try
it's
that.
almost like a ticket. Yeah, it may work. But I noticed too with the more talking and the more like being able to ask questions and things like that, they have less fits. They have less meltdowns because they can communicate more. Yeah, that is.
And he will talk himself to sleep now too. I mean,
Oh, really?
Well, he'll be in the room. He'll be having a great conversation. He
laughing
might be
and talking.
Tablet. Yep. He might be on his tablet and all you hear, like, DeAndre, what are you talking about? And some of his words don't. He's using his voice, but some of the words you gotta try and to understand.
Yeah.
They're not really formed, but yeah, he's
that's good. And that's where he's practicing. That's what's going to get his language really going. Is I used to say that that's what Emily would do when she would go to bed. She'd be practicing her language, but she still does it today. She'll still like every night. That's how I can tell when she's getting ready to fall asleep because she'll get quiet.
Okay.
And we can tell she woke up in the middle of the night because she'll start talking again. But yeah, that's good. I'm glad. Stacy says, I'm a single mom, so how do you get into relationships and maneuver through it?
What type of relationship? Like dating?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't think about that.
We'd have, you know what? That would be an interesting, another type panel we would need.
It would be.
Yeah, for single people, just to talk about how, that's a good one, Stacy. We may have to get a few single parents together.
Or even blended families, people who were single raising their child with autism and then, went on and got married, but it's one of their child, but not the other parent.
Right.
And then Victoria says, my family-in-law bullies me. Oh, no, this is Kate. Sorry. Oh, she's talking to Victoria.
Yeah,
My
that's
family-in-law bullies me. I am hiding out from being found. Yeah. If
oh, okay.
when I was understanding what was being said, then I got it. Okay, what have you all gained during this time? For me, my son was toilet trained and his fine motor skills improved. He can finally write numbers and letters much better. How long has it been since you've been here? So we heard DeAndre,
On,
and I've seen DeAndre
yeah,
talking a lot more. Heard him talking a lot more, and oh my goodness, he's grown so much.
yes. So, are you saying during the pandemic, during the closing?
And that's good. He's toilet trained and fine motor skills improved, writing numbers and letters.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would say the most notable thing that I noticed after their big regression when the pandemic started, and then everything got back to normal, filling, and then she started to progress. Now I'm starting to notice random, almost conversational comments. Like,
Mhm.
look, there's like today she said, look, there's the movie theater. What she's saying though, because Emily never
Oh,
asked, like, can I have this or can I have that or I want that. Hers is always a hint. Look, the movie theater, like,
she
look,
wants to
don't
go
you
to
want
the
to go?
movie.
Like that kind of thing. Yes, that's how she always says something. She'll present it, or she'll say, I love the movie theater. She would say something like that. But anyways, but she started to ask questions like, where are we going? What is that? Dad, different things.
Uh,
Asking different questions. So it's she even started making jokes. So those are things that I noticed. She's 16 now, and I noticed that within this year, this 2021, I noticed.
mm, awesome.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that last LTA, but I forgot and then finally remembered the name change. Oh, okay. Danielle. Oh, a new
Hey,
hostess, a new
Danielle.
host.
She's
Host
back.
Kari. Oh, I think
Oh, I thought
wasn't
you
she
was
talking
talking
about
about
Kari?
you. Oh,
Yeah, I
we
think she's talking
talking
about
about.
Kari.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
been a while too. Yeah, I thought that too because it's been the vacation and then the next weekend and then the holidays. I think even before I left, it was a holiday.
What have?
What has improved?
Yeah. Well, I told you guys, DeAndre, like she
Mhm.
said, and
And
Emily's
he's
asking.
grown so much. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Every
And
time I see him, not only like at one spurt, but every single time I
yeah,
see him.
and the boy is so fit, you guys. Even the doctors, when he is so fit. He is really, and he doesn't eat right. So the doctors were even amazed with him because his veins are showing in his arm, like he's just all muscle. His,
Yeah.
I mean, he's always had the legs, the calves, and everything, but the boy is like he been lifting weights, and it's just all that energy he has.
It
He's
is, yeah. Yeah,
constantly
jumping
moving,
around and yeah. Hmm.
constantly.
That's good.
It's good to a point because sometimes I'll be, DeAndre, please sit down. Please sit down.
Right?
Would you please? I do the same for Rob. I ask for juice. I'll say apple juice, milk, milk. You'll say, I don't, oh, oh, okay. That's okay. Okay.
What is this? What is this a reference to?
I guess when you were talking about Emily, so I guess that's how she
Oh,
tells
oh, okay.
to,
Hmm.
to Rob. Okay. I got it now. It took me a second because I wonder what juice.
Yeah.
Queen talks to herself in a room. Okay. Does it help her fall asleep, Sonia?
Milk for me is hot cocoa.
And Lori says, yeah, I was single. Okay, awesome. Maybe you can
Hmm.
join us when we put the little panel, but when we put a
Hmm.
panel together for, yeah,
Yeah.
like a mixture of parents, and we can talk about relationships.
Mm-hmm. Usually I have apple juice 2 to 3 times a day and then hot cocoa, aka milk, to fall asleep. Oh, during the pandemic, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest change I've seen. Anybody else see anything, the accomplishments during the pandemic? What, I guess during the year, 15 months maybe?
Can I have my earring?
I
Thank
can't
you.
go to sleep until Rob's next to me and either Paw Patrol Sesame Street is on.
Okay. That's your comfort, huh?
What amazes me is their sense of humor and understanding of humor. Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure how I see. So I noticed with my other kids, sense of humor started for the most part maybe about 6th grade, 7th grade, and then Emily is going into 11th grade. So I always said on here that it doesn't mean things aren't going to happen. Things might happen farther down the line than you expected them to happen. I remember them telling me that at an ABA assessment. So I always say that, but when it started happening, she started asking questions and talking more, because I always said she's verbal, but she's non-conversational. But now she's becoming conversational, even to the point where she's being funny. I remind myself, that's right. It's still progressive. It's just at a different pace.
Mm-hmm.
But it is funny how they have that sense of humor still. My daughter broke out of the stubborn silent treatment game she was playing and wanted to see me after 14 years of silent treatment. COVID was scary for her, out on her own when gyms and restaurants shut down her jobs.
Oh, wow. How old is your daughter? No, she
She
bounced.
bounces.
Okay. About being single and what did we say? And relationships.
Yeah, establishing new relationships and how to maintain them, or having done that with an autistic child.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've gotten better at my meltdowns and asking and telling Rob how I'm feeling. I'm still working on that. Seriously, I know Steve is somewhere in this house right now.
36. Okay. 36. All right. I can imagine it was scary for everything was closed. So yeah.
A lot of things. I knew he was going to say something. A lot of things come with age, even some things that you didn't think was ever possible. Oh, this is on Emily. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My son is the same verbal. My son is the same verbal and non-conversational. Yeah, that's the best way I knew how to put it, because I feel like it's non-verbal, I would say, but it's not fair to say non-verbal because she's not non-verbal, but she is non-conversational. So that's kind of how I explain it. So non-conversational, super smart, but don't like to do his schoolwork. He learned multiplication tables in a couple of weeks. Very good memory. Nice. It's good. And how old is he?
You gonna start? It's about time for you to eat. Your mommy needs to come on back. 6 years. Okay.
Oh, whoa. And he learned his multiplication tables in a couple of weeks.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is really awesome.
My daughter was non-conversational. Leave me alone. I'm busy. It's funny when they really say something like that you know they really mean, because it's from them, instead of just requesting something like food or a necessity. Queen is the same. Yeah, she's fairly quiet. If That's why I always say you guys don't really hear her. She's really quiet unless, yeah, I guess unless she needs something, or she's in her room, or she's talking about what she's watching, or she's doing her talking to herself. But if you're with her and like especially if you're in the car and you're waiting with her in the car, that's when she starts to tell jokes or she'll start to really say random things, but conversational.
Sounds
Sounds
like.
like me. Yeah, 6 years old with the mouth. Leave me alone, I'm busy.
Let me because I know we had that era about Twitter. I'm just curious to see if it's up there.
She doesn't like she doesn't like talking to people, I guess, or anything, but will ask for what she
Oh,
wants. That's exactly how Emily was. If she, like I said, you guys wouldn't hear her unless she was requesting something, or maybe if the Wi-Fi went out, then she was requesting for us to fix
mhm.
the iPad. But yeah, that's exactly how she was. Unless she had a request, um, she's quiet. I never said to her, "Leave me alone. I'm busy." It's funny because then I always wonder where that stuff comes from too, especially the wording. But they get it. My son has matured in communicating his feelings more, decreased meltdowns. Behavioral therapists discuss moving sessions down to once per month. We decided to revisit that in the fall after summer school schedule transitions to fall in-person school and activities. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
That's
so he's
awesome.
communicating his feelings more, yeah, which is like the same thing like we said, the more that they're able to speak or express, the meltdowns decrease. Mhm.
You
See,
cannot
he
eat.
wants to talk too.
He wants to eat the phone. You cannot eat my phone. No. Where's your mommy? Let's call your mommy.
So, Lori, that really means that she really made that up by herself. Like, leave me alone and I'm busy. Those were really like, she didn't have to hear that. I guess that's really like the statement she wanted to say, like, matter of fact. Yeah, that is an important step forward, Charles.
Okay, let me mute myself. I better do it the right way this
Okay.
time.
So that's good. It seems like in the beginning of the pandemic, seemed like there were so many parents saying that their children were regressing, and then I guess it seemed like a point when that was slowing down, and then now it's nice to be on this side of things and to be able to see the successes that they actually had during that time. And so that is it's always nice to see um, those milestones met. Hi, Pam. How are you and Ralph doing? And how is your family doing? Hope everyone's well. As Stacy says. Sorry, I was waiting for Pam on the other one. The only that only shows the dedication to their development. Take a bow, parents. Well done during this time. Yes. Yeah, that does. Yeah, it was a difficult time for the parents because it was new. It was a stressful time for everybody. It was a big change for them, so that wasn't easy to transition them to that, and for us to pick up that. So yeah, I think everyone should pat them pat themselves on the back for that one. We did good. Hey guys, I'm late. We are good. Good. I'm glad, Pam. Once in fourth grade, in grade 4, the teacher insisted that my daughter stay after school and clean her desk. No organizational skills, but when I told them she could not stay for good reason, they flooded me with a bunch of reasons why she has to organize her unorganized mess. But she hated things cleaned up. Why? She didn't like things organized?
Okay.
She did not like things organized, or she did not like organizing them and cleaning them?
Oh boy, you are just busy. Busy, 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 busy.
She likes her mess. I don't know. I guess people may have preferences, right? Maybe she's more comfortable like that. Maybe it's more of a security thing. I don't know.
You want your mommy? You ready to eat, aren't you? It's time for my dinner. Where's my mommy? She likes her mess.
What are some things your kids love to do that shows a bit of their personality? My son loves to be pampered, like pedicures, massages, etc. It's hilarious to see. And he's young too.
Okay.
My Emily she loves to exercise, and she's very competitive at it. So that's one thing that shows her personality, because she's very competitive. So when she's exercising, it shows how determined, you can see how determined and motivated and competitive she is. So when we take her for a walk, she'll watch to make sure you're not getting in front of her, not to pass her up. If you say that you're going to do a certain amount of laps, or we're going to go this long doing something, she will not stop until she goes that long, no matter what. So she went for her, it's almost 2 miles walk this morning. And then now she's up in the gym working out. But that's her personality: determined, motivated, and competitive. And what about DeAndre?
DeAndre has a lot of personalities. He sings. And he loves the car thing. So he can concentrate really good when it comes to that. So
he's funny because he's kind of across the board. Sometimes that's what I was gonna say. Sometimes they're musical and technology, or they're athletic, but he's both, because he likes the boxing, and then he likes the cars, and he's like across the board. Yeah, he really is. He's all boy though. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Does he watch car racing?
No, actually, there's only been a couple times. If he hears it on the TV and hears the engines, he'll sit there. It'll catch his attention for a minute, but he actually only likes to watch it on the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it'll catch his attention for a quick minute.
Mhm.
And then he'll sit there and then he'll get up.
Oh yeah. DeAndre is one of those people that could do everything. He'd be in the band and he'd be like in the marching band, he'd be in
Right.
sports, he'd be the one to do everything. Yeah. um this was Queen's best school year because I was able to get her to do something for them. Nice. That's good. That's
Awesome.
good. Yeah, that is good. Always to see something, a difference in the years. Like this was the year that Emily started doing this. This was the year that Queen or DeAndre did this. And you remember those things. Like I remember Emily started to read in second grade. Um, Pam says Ralph needs to work out. Ralph cries when the car's wrecked.
Oh, he does. Oh, when he sees the car, yeah. See, DeAndre likes that kind of stuff. He
And
would get
Pam says, "Hi, little buddy."
he'd get excited.
We have to limit Ralph watching racing. He gets overstimulated.
Okay.
That's like Emily. Emily with Toy Stories like that. I can probably see how Ralph acts when he hears it or it comes on.
Okay, she's coming. 1 second, I'm gonna have to find him something temporarily.
Charles says he likes to count by 76. She loves technology. Gonna try to make it a career. Nice. Yeah, that'll be something really good. Have you considered anything specific? And what does she do with technology right now? Is she on iPad or okay, that's Pam. Angie was sport competitive, jealous, perfectionist, but messy. I think there is a reason for being messy and perfectionistic. She sings and plays guitar too. Well, you know what they say about perfectionism is jealous, competitive, messy. Perfectionism can be to a fault where if you can't do it perfect, you don't want to do it at all because instead of trying and falling short, you'd rather just not do it. And it's hard, or you not only won't try to do it, you won't complete it, or it'll look like you'd never even started it because it's not going to be the way you wanted it. You picture a certain thing exactly perfect, you can't achieve that. You don't even want to try for it. Oh, and that's Ralph, that's Pam. Literally just came out of my daughter's room, cleaning and reorganizing. She has ADHD, depression, anxiety, and ODD. We scrubbed her walls and surfaces, threw away excess clutter. I talked her through it. Checked on her while my husband continued work. Now she is closed in there having a meltdown. She hid in the closet for a while, shocked Hubs because he didn't realize she was in there. Now she's calmly lying across the bed, taking it all in. She's 13. So is she usually not used to her room? Oh, because it's reorganized. So I guess that was like a deep cleaning, huh? Yeah, I think it's like a big change. I used to come home from school and my mom would have done that, and I was in shock, and it took me a while to get used to it. Yeah, so I can only imagine. Well, I'm glad though she's taking it in and she's calm now. And Lori says, but she can't balance well on a bike, so she refuses to ride one. Oh, has she fallen? Has she fallen? Can she ride one of the 3-wheel bikes? Maybe that's why she's messy. Interesting. Yeah, it's hard. Like they say, it's a trait, but if it's too strong, perfectionism's too strong, and you're not able to successfully complete certain things in your mind, it's not successful. Then to me, like I don't even want to try anymore because it's not how I thought it was going to be. And the perfectionist wants it exactly how you picture it. She has a tablet, an iPhone, Xbox. Oh, Xbox. What does she play on Xbox? Knows them inside and out. Haven't figured it out yet. Tablet. Okay. But something will come of it. Nice. That's good. There'll be something. And not to mention, because school will hone in on it. Somebody will hone in on her capabilities and what she'll be good in, and they'll direct her that way. I never saw her fall. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, training wheels, but sometimes it depends on, I guess, how big they are. The training wheels can be overweighted. Like we had to buy Emily. She, I don't know what age she was when, maybe 12, when she outgrew training wheels. Molly is a perfectionist as well, and so that right there, I know, Victoria, you've seen it. She can probably get really angry and really frustrated, and almost to the point of not wanting to do something, or wanting to give up because she can't do it perfect. I mean, it can be really discouraging as well. My daughter is a terrific artist. She draws and creates animations. She wants to work for Nickelodeon, but she is messy. Well, you know what they say? They say what? I think they said artists. Is it artists or creative people are messy? Yeah, I can see it, Victoria. Because you have to, once you can think it like, oh, okay, I understand. It's because I want this to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. I can still do it. It's not going to be the way I picture it, but I should still do it. When you get to the point when you can start to think that, and that I should still complete it, then you can start to keep yourself calm and not frustrated, and kind of keep yourself motivated and still completing it. But it takes a bit to get to that mindset. My daughter mastered Super Mario at 4. I was not surprised, though. She was surprising me for a long time before 4. I like Super Mario. That's good. 4 years old. It's one of her most challenging traits for me to deal with. Yeah, that's a hard one, because it's not only hard on her, it is hard on you, because you can't. It's almost like, what do you do? She's trying to push herself, but at the same time she's getting angry about it. But then you're going through those fits and things too. Yeah, that's a hard one. Are you like that as well, Victoria? You're supposed to slowly lift them up so that they start to fall. The training wheels touch down. Yeah, but the thing is, if they're leaning on them because they won't balance, it's they don't work. Because Emily kind of just leaned on them. She wasn't trying to balance, to learn to ride the bike. So the higher we lifted them, the more she leaned. I bought a bicycle for my son, my 2019 Christmas, and only a few months ago decided he was ready to ride. Their timing. Oh, so you bought it, and your son decided he was ready to ride only a few months ago, and he's had it, what, 2 years? Oh my goodness. Well, that's good. At least he decided to ride it, right? Queen can draw very well. She hates it. What do you mean? She can draw very well, but she hates it. She draws animals. She draws animals. Everyone bought her art supplies for Christmas, and she decided she hated drawing. Really? Oh my goodness. Wait, how old is she again? Emily used to draw a lot, and we used to buy her all kinds of art stuff. And then she will once in a while draw now, but on her own terms, on her own time. When she gets a thought in her mind. but yeah, it was, she came to almost not, she got bored with it, I guess. And the funny thing that Emily used to do was we bought her coloring books because I love to color from the time I was young. So we bought her coloring books. She never liked color books. She would draw pictures over the coloring pages of pictures. The same thing with certain books. She would do that. She would draw her own pictures over the book pages. And then one time during a period of time, she would come home and she kept writing this book called The Boy. And it was an illustration. It had some words through it, but every page was a different picture of the boy doing something. Oh, 11. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, when she gets to high school, they'll do things where they can do the electives in certain programs. I don't know if she's in mainstream or functional academics. In functional academics, they send them to certain electives that where their strong traits are or their interests are. At our school as well, they also will send them to a job, maybe 1 or 2 hours a week. I mean, 1 or 2 hours a day, and it'll be according to their capabilities as well. It may even be on campus at the school. And according to her capabilities, it might be somewhere like maybe the office or a class working with a TA. And painting is nice too. Okay. Were you saying something, Nita? Oh, okay. I think I learned at such an early age that nothing can be perfect. Okay. So no, I'm not a perfectionist. See, as soon as you put yourself at that, get that, although sometimes it's not, I guess that's the difference. You can tell yourself that, and then and you know it's not gonna be perfect, but every time you fall for it, this is gonna turn out perfect. This is gonna turn out exactly how I see it. And then another thing you get frustrated about. Painting and beading. Pam says, I wish Ralph liked to draw in color. No interest at all. I still try every week. But he's got his musical.
Yeah.
He's got that ear. Yeah, his interest is right there. He's got that ear.
What is it? The piano and the organ?
Yeah, it's keyboards. Yeah.
Keyboard. Yeah.
And his I forgot the music app that's on Apple, GarageBand. Whoops. Lizzie, Kate says, I love crafting, I love coloring, I love painting. Really anything with glitter or hands, I will do with Ron. My parents bought me a chemistry set when I was 10, and I quickly became fascinated with chemistry. They bought me more advanced chemistry sets in the next 2 years. I at one time memorized the periodic table. I can still remember most of it. Nice. That was a hard thing for me. He does love music. He's good at it too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I put the link. If anyone wants to come in and join us, you are welcome to. Just click on the link that I put in the chat area, and you are welcome.
Oh, he's falling asleep.
He was having a fit. Oh my goodness.
Oh, was he?
And he didn't want the bottle for a minute because she gives him solid foods around this time. And he's like, this is not what I'm.
Time.
Yeah, so I don't know what she was going to feed him. And, I hate to give him something. Then why did you give him that? So this is safe. Giving him the bottle is safe.
Oh, look, he's holding it.
There's Mr.
Hi, Jennifer.
Charles.
Hi, Charles. Here we go. Oops, sorry.
Oh,
We both
did it
closed
at
at the
the
same time.
same time.
I got it right there.
Hey, Mr.
Hi,
Charles.
Charles.
Okay, now I'm in. Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
hi,
Yeah.
Nina
Hey.
and Linda.
How are
I
you?
wanted to say, I wanted to say something that we talked about my doing a focus live of my,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw a post in a group recently that led me to read my uh, other post about the
You're
health
going
with
in
the
and out.
boundary, and I think I'm going to focus on the things that help me to help prepare me for transition. The ways in which my parents and one way or another prepared me for transition, I think, to do the rethink. I want to be helpful to parents.
Okay, we heard some of it, but I did hear the part where you said you want to be helpful to parents, and you are very helpful
Yeah,
to all of us. So that's really you're being successful at that. So we're thankful for that, and you give us a lot of insight.
yeah. I'm saying I wanted to rethink. I'm rethinking my approach to how I want to do that focus live.
Oh, okay, got it.
I
Oh,
Hi,
have a
hi,
Queen.
question.
Sonia.
Hi. Hi, Charles. Hi, everybody. I have a question, Charles. Um,
Go ahead.
Queen, she won't let me touch her. She will give everybody else a hug if they ask for it, but if I ask, nothing. She shuts down.
She won't give
Do
you a hug. Your daughter won't give
you know,
you a hug, but she'll hug anybody else. Is that what you're saying?
she'll hug like my mom and her godmom and her god sisters and her cousins, but me, I can't touch her. I can't even hold her hand. I can't grab her arm to walk with her or any of that.
Hmm.
Was she always
I
like
mean,
that?
there must be a reason, but
You
a
know?
lot of these things you have to do some detective work and get inside her head. It's tough to do. You know,
She was diagnosed really late. She fell through the cracks. And
Um,
I always treated her like my older kids. If you did something wrong, you got in trouble for it. And that was the thing.
yeah.
And I don't know if that's it because of the discipline. And now I've slacked off a little because of her diagnosis. But yeah, I don't know how to. She still comes to me for everything and she'll follow me anywhere. But just when it comes to touching her, I can't.
how long has she been like that?
Well, yeah, I would not. First of all, I would not
Been a
blame
couple
the
years now.
discipline. I'm glad I got the discipline. I knew I
Ah,
was
there
an
he
adult
is.
if I had
Let me show
a
him.
child.
Right onto Far West Boulevard. Turn right on Far West Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so was I. I was almost 50 when I was diagnosed. So
I don't know. It's been about, 3 or 4 years.
James just said thank you.
Since, you know what?
Uh, um,
Matter of fact, since the diagnosis. It's been since the diagnosis. Since we've taken her to all the doctors and all that stuff. Yeah. It's like she just
when the other people that she gives hugs to, do they live in the home?
no.
You think maybe she thinks hugs are like
well, first
goodbyes?
of all, you may snap out of that suddenly because I
I
snapped
don't
out of a
know.
lot of things suddenly. But the other thing is, don't blame yourself. Uh, you know, you have to do detective work, get inside her head, figure out how she's thinking, because it is not.
Cause she'll tell
I was
other
gonna
people,
say
like when they say I love you, she'll say I love you too to them. I say I love you to her. It's nothing.
I was
She
gonna
will
say
not
something
show me.
along the lines with what
Go
Charles
ahead.
said. I was gonna say something with along the lines that what Charles said. Um, what you said about the discipline. Like as parents, sometimes we want to try to figure out what's wrong, and sometimes we turn around and what did I do wrong? How did I cause this? But it's not always the case, and sometimes we get caught up on something and that it was our fault. But it's not always that way. But especially as moms, we really feel like that. So I would say, so Pam said maybe find a book about mother's love with hugging, maybe mother's love with autism and the child and how receiving they are with the love. But definitely don't settle for sure that that's the idea or that's the reason, because it's going to be harder to deal with that, especially if you're approaching it from that and it's not the reason. So just
Yeah,
I would just say, instead of looking at the reason, maybe look at just how can you work on fixing it, but not like, okay, I'm going to take the blame and this is why it's here.
yeah. As for the
Chime
reasons
in for a second.
for unusual, for reasons for unusual, things with autistic children often are not what you as the parent think it is, not what seems obvious to you as the parent. Even I'll give an example. When I was in first grade, and a number of people in the group know this, that I had a number of toilet accidents in school. Um, and, in the last years of her life, my mom and I talked about a lot of the things that happened when I was a kid, and I asked her if she knew what the reason was for that. And she thought it was because of some remark she had made about hating public restrooms. Well, I don't even remember her making that remark, although, I've learned why a lot of women hate public restrooms, but I don't even remember her making that remark. That had nothing to do with it. It was because I got this idea in my head that the only time it was okay to use the school restrooms was during the class bathroom break. And so if I had to go and there wasn't any class bathroom break, I just went in my pants. And, that was the thing. But, it's that would never have occurred to my mom, because you've got a child who thinks differently than you do.
Yeah. I hear you,
And
Mr. Charles.
Victoria says, my son was like that for a long time. I would ask him if I could hug him and he would say no. I would say, okay, I love you anyways. And one day he said yes. Pam says to keep trying, honey. And then Stacy says, when I discipline my son, he gives me the cold shoulder at times, but I know that he knows that mommy loves him and eventually he is back to normal.
Whatever you do, you need to, give children discipline. I'm glad I got, discipline when I needed it when I was growing up, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to function as an adult.
At least now you know that things are a little bit different angle, maybe, because you know that she thinks a little differently than your other kids. But
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, discipline, like Charles says, discipline is it's raising a child, right?
And I was gonna say too, she follows you around. That may
That's what
be
I was thinking too.
her way of showing you she loves you.
Right.
It's
Hmm.
Well, it's not around the house though. If
oh,
we go, if we go in public and it's just me and her,
mhm.
she's gonna stick by me.
Okay.
But if my mom is there or
Uh,
her godmother is there, she's gonna stick with them.
okay. Okay.
What about when you guys are at
She
home? Does she get her own stuff, or does she rely on herself, or does she come to you for stuff?
she relies on herself for what she can get. If she knows she can't reach it or she can't make it herself, or I put stipulations on when she can have it or how much of it she can have, that's when she comes to me. Anything else, she's very independent. She yeah, she does a lot on her
Do you
own.
have any services for her?
She has ABA, but it's over the phone and it's with me. The only time she gets ABA is she has meetings on Tuesday, and that's on Zoom with her peers.
So it's
And
with
they
you and her, or it's just with you? When you said
just
it's with
with
you.
me. It's just
Okay.
with me.
And
She
so
just
this
talks to me.
who ordered the ABA?
Her Kaiser, the hospital.
The the what department was it? Her pediatrician, or was it because my daughter's was ordered through Kaiser, but it was ordered through psychiatry. So she has a psychiatrist that ordered it. But through him and ABA, there's services where they work on the parents and the kids together, where
Well, that's what we need,
your
because
relationship is dynamic. Hmm.
it's just with me. I get a phone call every week, and we talk about her week, how Queen's week went, and then she, gives me suggestions on what I should do. But I'm thinking we need more. We need,
Hmm. Yeah, ABA
to get
services, they
her.
will work on you two together, and how she would respond to them, and how you can get the same response. They work on things like that. But now, what state do you live in?
California. Her ABA
Okay, you
started
said
right when COVID hit. That's when her ABA started.
oh, okay.
So
Do you live in
that's
Northern
when we
California or
were
Southern? You
um
live in Northern, Southern?
northern, yeah. Northern.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Emily, I live in Northern California too, and Emily's ABA, they had a really good service out here in I think it was based in Walnut Creek, but we live near Napa. We live in Fairfield, and hers was really good, and they worked on the dynamic between the parents and her, and how to, like I said, how to be successful, for us to be successful with her, not just the therapist to be successful with her, not just for school to be successful with her. And I think that's something that might be beneficial for you with her.
And
I think that that's like a good thing.
that went through psychology
That
at
went
Kaiser.
through psychiatry in Vacaville. Yeah, we went through the psychiatry department, but her pediatrician referred us to
Yeah, her
psychiatry.
pediatrician referred the ABA, but we
Oh,
didn't
okay,
go
so we
through.
went. Yeah, we went through psychiatry. Psychiatry was good too, because when we went there, he could refer, and I'm not saying this, but he could refer either medications. But the other thing was he could refer ABA, but he could refer groups. He could refer us to certain social groups, certain groups that were specific to certain situations. And they also might have, because Kaiser has all kinds of groups. They might have a
Yeah.
group like that. Yeah. So there's tons
Okay.
of things that they can refer you to that maybe pediatricians don't even know, because the psychiatrist that Emily has specializes with autism.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll
Yeah.
work
So
on that. We're just now starting to
mhm,
get our appointments regulated again. So yeah.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's important too, Sonia. Make
yeah.
sure if your pediatrician or if they can refer you to someone who specializes with the autism, to refer you to the
Mhm,
right places to
Yeah.
get them up.
mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm new to all this, so
Mhm.
I just right now I'm riding the roller coaster and I'm lost. I'm going with it.
Yeah. And it's tough getting inside the child's head, and child can, develop phobias that don't seem to make any sense to you as the parent. And I mean, I know I had some phobia as a child that parents couldn't understand, but like, for several years, at one point, I must have been about 5 or 6 when I stopped using a fork to eat because I didn't like the holes that forks made in food, and so I would only use a spoon and to eat everything. And so that posed a problem when I got to third grade, and we had hot lunches in school. And now if they would give you spoons only if there was something in the meal that people normally ate with spoons. And so if there was no spoon, I would just eat with my hands. The other kids say, eat with a fork, not with your hands. They couldn't understand. Then at one point, I was in fourth grade at some point, I decided all of a sudden I snapped out of that. Then I decided that spoons were ice cream and even applesauce. I think I must have made an exception for soup, but I started eating everything with a fork, and that was interesting.
That's what I was going to say too. And I said it many times here. Some of the things that are hardest on us that they do and we don't understand, we think they're never going to end. They're never that behavior is never going to go away. And I said that so many times, and there have been so many times that, oh man, she doesn't do this anymore. But I don't like to say that because I feel like when you're in the midst of it, that's the last thing you want to hear. But see, Charles right here, he was talking about it, and he was an example of that. We feel like it's never going to get to that point. But see, now, did you explain that you didn't like it because of the holes?
Uh, I think my parents figured that out, but others, the school teachers and so on, didn't understand, and
Didn't
it
understand, yeah.
wasn't, it didn't make sense to them. What's the problem with holes in food? I mean, most people would have problems understanding why a child wouldn't like the holes that a fork makes in food.
Yeah. Teresa, hey Teresa in Modesto. And Stacy says, I would usually talk to him after explaining and telling him what I expect and that I love him. I talk to him a lot and pray too.
Yeah, very good.
My Andrew usually eats with his fingers.
Yeah, in some parts of the world, that's how people do. In India and Pakistan, people eat with their right hand. They do all clean tasks with the right hand, dirty tasks with the left hand.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like they'll drink with their clean hand, and no matter if it's a saucy food or whatever. Did you do this, Nina? On Kate?
Oh. Would you say I'm here? Sorry, we're driving home, so I had to mute it.
Oh, okay. Oh, she did it. Okay. I was wondering why I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm driving home.
Cindy, I got to do something.
Noise of the traffic.
Okay. Last night, Cindy, I got to do something we haven't been able to do in a long time. Wanting to do. Had some friends over. I made chicken shawarma, and then we played some bid whist.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it seems like things are slowly getting back to normal.
Yeah. I mean,
it's still strange to be going out without a mask.
We'd all been vaccinated, so we felt safe having them over.
Tomorrow will be my first day that we are able to go maskless.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Nice.
You had your vaccinations there. Mm-hmm. They're doing the honor system. So if you've been fully vaccinated, you can come in without a mask. If you haven't, or if you choose to, you can still wear the mask.
I haven't had to wear for I think 2 months now. I'm having major sinus surgery next month, but I have growths or polyps in both sides of my sinuses and both sides of my cheeks. And I also have a growth in my throat, like the size of a little apple. So they said for me, I can't even breathe through my nose as is. So I can't wear a mask because then I freak out because I can't breathe at all. So I haven't had to wear one in 2 months and I don't miss it.
Yeah, it's going to be so much freedom now. But
I still wear
we still have it
out in public.
Go in the stores though.
To make others feel comfortable.
It's crazy.
Hi, Victoria says I give him silverware, but he chooses fingers. I'm not pressing the issue right now. Yeah, and he's really young still too. Yeah. You don't want him to despise it. Pam says I have laminated mat that has a fork and a spoon on it. We did prompt him.
Yeah.
And then canasta is my favorite game of choice. Victoria likes canasta. Canasta.
Yeah, canasta. Okay, yeah.
Canasta, yeah. I wasn't sure which way to say
Years
that.
since I last played canasta with anybody. Yeah.
Okay,
And decades, in
last
fact.
word.
But yeah,
Oh,
I'd have to
Thank
refresh my
you.
memory about that. I remember about the red threes and the black threes, and yeah, and the wild cards.
Well, I would say I want to say that I hope that things get better for Sonia and her daughter, and I hope yeah, I hope I'm hopeful that things will get better, and feel free to inbox me if you need or you have any questions and
Thank
want
you.
any
I
help or
will.
anything. Just let me know.
Thank you.
So that's my thing, and I hope everybody has a good week. You're welcome.
And thank you, Mr. Charles, your
Thank you,
insight.
Charles.
Oh, no problem. Glad
I
to
just,
be on here. Glad to help out. I'm going to do that focus live, but I'm going to focus on what parents can do to prepare how my parents and other influences too that help prepare me for transition to adulthood.
I just wanted to say I hope everybody has a great week. And if I'm not on next week or the week after, I'm
We're
having
getting
major
off right now.
surgery. So I'll probably be in the hospital for about 3 to 4 days after my surgery. So hopefully all goes well. And if I don't see you guys next week, then you know why. I love everybody, and I'll see you when I get back.
Okay.
Okay, bye
Okay.
Pam and
By all means.
Victoria. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
Bye.
week.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night.
sorry, I had babysitting issues over here. Baby crying. But thank you, everybody. Have a good one.
All right.
Look forward to you,
All right.
Mr.
Bye,
Charles.
everyone.